What's up, guys? Just hanging out with Bart, letting him get his socializing in. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. We're just doing a little bit with him today. We're going to have a busy day, so we wanted to get out and let him get some free roam in. Usually it's just me in the room, but we're mixing up a little bit. Got my kid with me, so here's Bart. He's coming out. There's my daughter. And Bart, he's just out doing his thing right now. He's coming out, and this is what we do. You know, we just sit here. I open up his tank. I have a little cat tree right here. And I open it. I don't put my hands in. I just let Bart do his own thing. When he's ready to come out, he comes out. He takes a couple minutes and he thinks about what's going on. He's super smart. And then he just comes out, and once he's out, then we get him around, and he just let him come to us and do his thing and take your time. Remember, there's one thing with the monitors. You know, they're so smart and they remember everything. So if you have a bad interaction, they're going to remember it. And that's how it's been with Bart. You know, we since we got him as a baby, I don't think we've had one bad interaction with him. I always let him do his own thing on his own terms. He's comfortable with us. He'll come over. You know, you can pet him. Do whatever you want. He wants to go behind me, but he'll go behind me. He'll walk around. He just does his thing.
Dug into my foot.
He does have sharp nails, but you know, he's really desensitized, and you know, this is what we do though. He goes underneath it and stuff, but that's fine. I let him explore. He just came out, but as you can see, he just goes under, pops out, walks around. He's starting to get big enough. Probably, you know, after winter, because it is cold here in the winter, so like our floors aren't, you know, they're not super cold, but they're not warm. So you don't want to let him be out for too long. But once the weather breaks and we start getting warmer weather and the ambient in the house warms up, I'll start letting Bart have free roam of the house. Like I said, right now, he's just over a year old. He's about 4 foot. So he's still small enough where he can kind of get into some spots where it's hard to get him out of. And then it's a waiting game, right? I never force myself on him. When I let him out, if he goes underneath, like he's back there now, he goes underneath. If he goes underneath, I don't ever try to get him out. When he's ready to come out, I let him come out. So that's the biggest thing. When you want to have an interaction like this with your monitor lizard, and you want him to be out of the cage and getting used to his surroundings, you have to be prepared that it might take a while, because if he goes somewheres where he feels comfortable, he's going to go there, and who are we to go in there and snatch him out of a comfortable spot? Then that gives him a bad experience. So you definitely want to refrain from that. But yeah, we'll get going a little bit. He's underneath right now, but as he comes out, you know, we'll show you some more stuff about what's going on with him. And you know, as you can see, he's in his cage's enclosure. It's a 6x3x3. We are building his new enclosure. It'll be done this spring. He's actually going out of the house. He's going into the garage. I have an insulated garage with power and everything like that. And I'm converting half the garage into like an office for me, and that's where he'll be, because the room that he's in right now is an office. It's where I work from, and he sees me a lot, and there he is right there. You know, he just comes out. He's very, very curious. And that's like the best thing about these guys, is how curious they are. And like such a good pet. But he is such a good boy. As you can see, he just kind of hangs out. He's got his little butterfly right here, flapping in the wind. Check it out, buddy. What is it? But right now, like he might dip back into his tank. But that's what you do. You let them do whatever they want to do. Never force it. When I first got him, I got him from JC Reptiles. He was pretty well started, but the first couple weeks he was here, it was kind of a challenge. You know, he was flighty and stuff like that, but we just took our time, never force ourselves. He got really comfortable for me being in here. You know, obviously I have my kid. She has, you know, ball pythons and geckos and stuff, but Bart's a different type of animal, so it's hard for me to, you know, I don't want my kid to come in here by herself with Bart. You know, I don't think he would ever bite or anything like that, but you know, there is potential. He is an animal, but you can see he's getting used to her being in the room with us and stuff now. So, but yeah, that's what you do. You know, you just let him do his own thing, take their time. He ate yesterday. That's the other thing too. We did have a little bit of an issue going. Whenever I'd open the glass, he thought it was feed time. So we did break that. I just changed how I fed a little bit, because for a long time I was just rolling up in my roller desk chair, and I was feeding him out of that. So whenever he seen me sitting, he thought he was eating. So I changed my method of feeding a little bit. I feed him off one side of the tank over here. That's where he gets fed from. Only that side. If I open anything else, so you can see it playing right now. Yeah, if I open the tank right there, like 2 inches, and step away, he comes up. He knows he's eating. If I open it over here, if I open this part of the glass, he just waits, and when he's ready to come out, he comes out. But you can see he's just tuning. It is a lot of work, I will say that, but I'll tell you right now, it is such a rewarding animal. Keep it simple, his enclosure's pretty simple. He's got his water over there. Repti bark, it's about 5 inches deep. He's got his basking spot, UV, he's got a vivarium heater up there. A couple things to climb on. He's got a little hide, but you can see I made his hide, but he can't really hide. He can get under it. There's also a heat pad under there. So it's a really simple setup. But it's really built our socialization. The setup has been key, not making him feel like he can just hide all the time, making him just be around us. You can see he gets into everything.
And you just opened that used to be closed.
Yeah.
Underneath it.
Oh, down here?
No, in the tank that.
Oh yeah.
Under.
Yeah. So when he was smaller, when I first put him in this cage, I built this box, but it was all closed. He couldn't go in it. He just had half the platform. It stopped right there. Then when he got longer, I made the platform go the rest of the way. But I also, once he became more comfortable, I opened up the bottom right here. I took the boards out so he can go under there, and that made a big difference in making him feel comfortable. But he was already so comfortable with us that he didn't really need to hide. He knew better. But that's, those are just some tips. And
yeah, he's not in it a lot.
But you can see, like, he's just wherever he can go, he just moves around. Right, buddy? Right, Bubba? He's just a good boy. You can just tell, like, he's really desensitized, but, like, still, even, like, to this day, if I was to make a really big movement, I would startle him. So, even though I know he's pretty comfortable with us, and I know he's confident in himself, I still take my time with him. This is going to be a very large lizard, and this is going to be a lizard that you do not want to take a bite from, and you do not want to be aggressive, right? They live a long time, so the best advice I can give you is the first year of your lizard's life, make sure he's comfortable, make sure he feels safe, make sure he never feels pressured, right? Because that 1 year of work is going to give you a long time companionship with a great animal. But yeah, that's what we got. I just want to share a little bit what we're doing, keeping it simple. And that's Bart. He was 1 year old 2 weeks ago. He's doing great. If anybody's ever interested, like I said, I got mine from JC. My dog tried coming in. I got him from JC Reptiles, but there's a lot of great breeders out there. I know John from JC will be doing some more breedings again, but there's a lot of great breeders out there. Some that come to mind is we got Monitor Ops, CJ Gentle, Jade Reptiles. You can always go Nerd if you want to go Nerd. There's so many great options to go for, but whatever you pick, just do your homework. If you're buying from a breeder, you want to make sure it's a breeder that takes the time to talk to you and has no, they don't make you feel pressured. They want to give you the right information. If you message a breeder and they just want to sell you something and they don't want to answer your questions, it's probably not a good sign. So, but that's Bart. He's out and about. So, like with Bart, like the thing with Bart is, I can pick him up. Like, he's fine. He likes being on me, but you just gotta take your time with him. His claws are sharp, So you definitely want to be careful with them. But yeah, that's him. This pet's, he loves it. Once you find a spot like right now, petting him, he's gonna go on my head, I know. But like right now, that hurts. So I'll sit up a little bit. Right, Bart? Right, Bubba? Really sharp nails. I'm guaranteed to bleed. But you can see the tail. He's using that tail. There you go. That's my boy Bart. So we're out. It was fun. Glad I can give you some information. If you guys ever want to know anything, message me. Find me on Facebook, whatever you want to do. I'm always here to answer questions. This is my first monitor. And I think I did a pretty good job with them. I'm confident in the procedures and techniques I use, and I'm confident enough that I'm willing to share them and definitely help you guys execute the socialization that I did. But that's all I got. Happy Thanksgiving. See ya. Say bye, Charlie.
Peace.
Bye, Bart.